Are you scared to create social media content? Hi, I'm Tom Lubiewski with First Integrity Mortgage Services, senior loan officer there, and I've got Sarah Morard here with me today. Sarah, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Sarah, yeah, absolutely. Sarah is our TikTok and social media specialist, right?
Yes.
Guru, if you will.
Yeah, sure.
But Sarah, I just have a couple questions for you,
Okay.
for people out there, maybe loan officers, realtors that are struggling to create content, or they just hate what they look like on video, or they hate their voice. I hear it all the time. So, first question would be, how do you come up with content? I think that's the biggest hurdle for most people is, what do I even talk about?
Yep. So, in order to come up with good content, the number one thing that I always tell people is to come up with your ideal client. Who are you talking to? Because if you figure out who you're talking to, then it's going to be that much easier to create content for them and what they're wanting to watch. Another idea is following other people in your industry. So as a loan officer, when I got on TikTok, of course, I was like everyone else. I'm like, I don't know what people want to hear. I don't know what to put out.
Exactly.
And so I went on and found other loan officers that already had a following, already were putting out content. And it was just easy to kind of transition to finding someone that kind of mirrored my personality, kind of the style that I wanted to do as far as video.
Right.
And it's not a huge deal to, to recreate things, videos on TikTok that other people have done. It's actually
So
encouraged.
there's no like infringement, or what do you call it?
Copywriting.
Copyright. Yes.
Yeah. No, because a lot of times there's trends on TikTok that everybody does the same dance or whatever, but you can find your own niche and really capitalize on it. So that's what I did. I found what I wanted to do, some of the people that I wanted to follow, kind of matched some of their content to mirror what I wanted to put out, and then once you start doing that, you kind of start to think of content on your own. You don't have to constantly go to their pages to kind of find, okay, what's trending that they're talking about.
Gotcha. So how would you say that you remain consistent with posting?
So I batch content. That's kind of a batching
Okay.
is a term in the social media realm. So what batching content means is that you are time blocking certain times of the week to where you're making all of your videos, because it's very overwhelming to knowing that you have to post every day, but having to do it every day. So what batching means is like taking an hour or two every week and making 10 to 20 videos.
Okay.
And then you batch, and then you have them ready to go so that, like I have a Giles, if she gets sick, I can't make a video that day. I already have one that's already recorded.
Gotcha.
So batching content is key.
Gotcha. So what would you say is the most important part of making a video?
So a lot of times people think that they can just set up a camera and just start talking. And one of the things that drives me crazy is when people get on, they hit record and like, hey guys, it's Sarah. I'm a loan officer. The most important part, if anybody takes anything from this video, the most important part of the video is your first 3 seconds.
Really?
That is the time that someone is going to decide whether they want to watch the video or not.
Okay.
And if you're wasting it on introducing yourself, then you've lost them. They don't know why they should watch the video. Okay. So what I always tell people is, make a hook first, make it a question, that hits a pain point of some sort. Like, for example, as a loan officer, I did a video that did really well because of the fact that in the first 3 seconds, I said, do you pay, a rent payment that you think is equivalent to a mortgage payment that you can't qualify for? Something to that degree, to where it kind of hit a pain point. Like, yeah, I'm paying $2,000 a month in rent, but I can't qualify for a $2,000 mortgage. How does that work? Right. Knowing, the audience and what they want to listen to, but yet they wouldn't have known why to watch the video if I would have wasted the first 3 seconds saying, hey guys, it's Sarah. I'm a loan officer.
Sure.
'Cause I'm sorry, but at the end of the day, they don't care until they do. Right.
Right.
So yeah, the first 3 seconds is the most important part of your video.
Gotcha. What advice would you give someone just starting to do video?
So I get this a lot, where a lot of people, they're like, gosh, I just want to get on, video. I just don't know where to start, what to do. And I always just say, no one's watching at the beginning.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
a lot of my videos when I first started weren't the best, right? But at the end of the day, a lot of people aren't going to go to your profile and scroll all the way to the bottom to the first videos you ever made, right? So when you're first starting out,
thank God,
just
right?
think, I know, right? Just think about the fact that nobody's watching, and this is just practice time.
Sure.
And so the more comfortable you get with the video portion of it, the more your creative juices will be flowing with me being more comfortable on camera. But you just got to hit record. You just got to put the phone out and hit record.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have some fancy camera. One thing I will say is have good lighting and good audio.
Okay.
Because one of those two things will ruin a video. You could have the greatest video on earth, but if the audio sucks, they won't watch it.
Right.
Same with the lighting.
Okay.
People think that, this light's good, but sometimes, your kitchen light isn't the greatest. You got to get one of those fancy ring lights. So
thanks for coming by. Thanks. I appreciate you sharing exactly what you've done. And you are amazing to me, and I appreciate you
thank you
coming by. So
thank you.
Thanks, Sarah.